Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So I am going to be filming tentative June TBR. I don't know. Yes, I'm just kidding. Yes, I will be. I don't know how many books I'm going to get through for the month of June because I am participating for like the first time in like the Amazing Readathon. I am going to be participating in the Amazing Readathon the Amazing Readathon this year. So like I was aware of it last year, but I didn't participate. So like hopefully like I can like be like immersed in like all of it this year. Like I want like all of the things this year, and like June's my birthday month, so why not? Like why not do like a readathon? And like I don't know, like I'm very excited. So I am hoping to get some good books in. Let's back up a little bit. So Bree from Four Paws in a Book is the creator of this readathon. I will have like all of her stuff down below and like the announcement video and all of that jazz. So like this year, I think last year was like based off a color, and then this year there are teams, I think like based on like different genres. So when I signed up, I am on Team Spooky for this year, so I'm very excited. There's been quite a few books that I have been saving for this, and like some of them that I've been wanting to read. So for like Team Spooky, it's more of like thrillers, I think mysteries, horror, like anything that falls into like that. Like so, it's pretty much like the books that I would read in like October, but I'm going to be reading them in like June. So like I get like 2 months of like reading like the books that I really love. So I am going to start, like I do have my TBR cart right here. So I do have 3 books that I would like to finish. I'm hoping that I'll have them finished before like the Amazing Readathon starts. But the first book that I'm reading, I'm only like 18 pages in. It's called Happiness Falls. And then this is part of a book club that I'm part of. I think this is the one. It's the Sibs Book Club. I think that's what they've called it. It is hosted by Laura, Donna, and Beatrice. And I will have theirs, I'll have the link for their like videos and stuff down below too. But they have their book club hosted on the Storygraph. So this was the book for May. And then I literally just watched like the video for their book pick in June, but I forgot what it was. But I am, like I said, I'm only 18 pages into this because I started it like super late and I've been in like the biggest slump ever. But I am hoping that I will get this done between sprints this weekend and like mine tomorrow. So it's May 23rd. So like I have about a week. I feel like that's a good time frame to get this done. And then the second book that I want to get finished, which I need to get finished, so this might be my top priority. Well, it's going to be actually, is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I only have 7 days before I need to return it back to the library. I think it came out about a month ago, and I was able to get it. I literally just got it from the library yesterday as of filming this. And I'm literally just started this book, and I love like the sprayed edges. It's so pretty. I love the cover. Like it's just, I can't wait to actually like get like into this book because I've heard like nothing but good things about it. And yeah, like all I know is it's a historical fiction, and I think it's like based in Spain. I'm not quite sure, but I am very excited. Like I cannot wait to read this book, get it finished, and I'm just really excited, if you can't tell. And then the third book that I would like to finish this month would be A Funny Story by Emily Henry. I'm currently on chapter 9, and I've been on chapter 9 since like the first week of May. This is a romance and my first book by Emily Henry. So it's like so far so good. And I feel like it's giving me like all the feels, but I mean, I feel like this is like the perfect palate cleanser. I don't know. I don't know why I haven't finished it or like made any more progress since then. But this is for a book club hosted by Jessica Massey. I forgot what like her book club was called, but like it's a virtual book club where you pay like I think it's like $10 a month. And then she also, this is also the book that we were reading in May. And of course, I didn't really wait till the last minute, but I sort of did too, because I haven't finished it yet. Like everybody in our book group have loved it. So I'm really hoping that I do too. So, can I say I love this cover? I don't know if after I read this, I don't know if I'm gonna read any more of her books, but it just depends like on like how I feel after I finish this. So we shall see. We shall see. But there is also one more book that is for like, it's not for like a read along. I'm pretty sure everybody knows at this point, but Brittany is hosting the Wheel of Time read along over on Discord, and we are on book 4. And of course, haven't started it. I think this was supposed to be the book for April, I think. And of course, I haven't started it. Like, I have it on my Kindle, but this thing is a chunky book. So I'm hoping to get like actually like read it in the entirety of June, but I don't know if it'll happen. And I'm kind of nervous because as I said, it's a big book. It's over 600 pages and it's an epic fantasy. So will I do it? Maybe. Like, I'm just at this point, I just need to like buckle down. I don't know if I have to like check off like so many pages per like week that I need to read, or like per day. I don't know what's like stopping me from like actually like diving into reading this book. We just finished The Dragon Reborn and I loved it. Like, I don't know if it was like the format or like how it was like how he wrote it, but like it was phenomenal. So like I don't know like going into this one if it'll be kind of like the same format or not, but I don't know. But all I can say is Matt is my favorite. Like, don't get me wrong, like I love the other characters, but like I feel like we got to like see some growth out of him in The Dragon Reborn. So like I'm hoping to get to know him more in this book, but I don't know until I actually read it. So I'm hoping we do, but I just don't want to be let down in case we don't. But, and then, okay. I know I'm a little crazy, but like I'm also like in the middle of another epic fantasy series. I'm sure like this series doesn't need like any introduction. Like, I feel like it's a staple, kind of like the Wheel of Time series, but I'm in the middle of Words of Radiance. I am trying to read these before the 5th book comes out. I am currently on page 464. So I don't know if I'm like not quite halfway, but this is the 2nd book in the Stormlight Archive series. And like I am enjoying it more than the 1st book, is what I can say right now. I like getting to know more of like the characters, and the fact of like we get to see like I feel like the world's expanded a little bit more, or a bit more in this book. And the fact that like we're introduced to new characters, and like we get to see like what happened with like the aftermath of the 1st one. So I am very excited. Like, I'm loving this book so far, and I can't wait to finish it to then get on to the rest of the books, because I think there's like a couple novella. I think there's a novella after this one that I need to read before I go on to Oathbringer. I'm gonna have to double check, but I'm pretty sure. So I don't know if I'm gonna finish this in June or like make any progress with it in June, but with like the other books that I want to get to, I don't know if this will be as much of a priority for me. So, but we'll see. I'm hoping, because it's like I'm really loving it. So like I want to give it a chance. But we'll see. So with like those out of the way, some of the books that I want to read for the Amazing Readathon. I have some of them here. The ones I was able to get before it actually started from my library. I am planning on reading a lot of Freida McFadden's books. I know she's like more of like a thriller writer. I have liked her books so far. Like a couple of them have been like a hit or miss. I am planning on reading The Housemaid and then The Housemaid's Secret. And then the third one, I think that also comes out in June. I'm not sure when, but I'm pretty sure it comes out in June. But I have the first one on my Kindle, and I think they're all on Kindle Unlimited, but I wanted to read the physical copy. The thing is, I wasn't able to get the physical copy out from my library because there was a long wait. So I will probably read the first book on my Kindle and then read this one physically, and then probably, I mean, it'd make more sense to read them all on my Kindle. Will I do that? I don't know. We'll see. But depending on like when this goes back, if I have time to read it before I have to return it back to the library. So they might all be read on my Kindle. Maybe. But this is one of the books that I would like to read. And then I also have The Mystery Guest. I don't know if this would be like a thriller or not. Or like, I feel like it's a mystery. Like a mystery book. I really love the maid. I really liked Molly. I don't know, like there was something about her that I kind of like saw myself in her a little bit because I'm kind of socially awkward, and yeah, like I don't know, I am definitely looking forward to like get into this book and actually like be able to read it. So like I've been putting this off for a while. I mean, it's kind of short too. It's what, like under 300 pages? Yeah, and it's under 300 pages. So I feel like this will be like a super quick read. Once I got in, I want to say the first one was super quick once I got into it. So I'm hoping this will kind of be like the same pace a little bit. So yeah, this is definitely one of my options I would like to read that month, in the month of June. And then I don't know if this technically would be, anyways, it's Holly by Stephen King. Holly. Stephen King is like notorious for like writing horror books. So like I feel like for the month of June, since our whole team is like around like reading spooky books, why not put a Stephen King book on there? So I don't know if this one necessarily is like I want to say it's more of like a mystery. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, yes. They have it as a horror, a mystery. So technically, yes, this fits. So I am very excited to actually like read this book. Listen, I've been wanting to read this book ever since it came out. So like, I feel like now is like the right time to actually read it and like bite the bullet and read it. So yeah, I feel like this has been out for a minute. I don't know if it came out last year. So, and I'm just now like getting my hands on it. So yeah, that is another one, but I don't know if I'll get to that one either. We'll see. Like I feel like I'm like being a little ambitious because like I'm a super slow reader, and like I have 2 chunky books already, and then but I feel like these will kind of be like palate cleansers, and I do have at least like one more physically. 2 more. So one of them is The Ghost We Keep by Mason Deaver. I usually read I Wish You All the Best in June, which I think I still might read, but I read that book every year in June because it's definitely one of my favorites. I found this at the library, obviously, but because it's like I didn't want to necessarily buy it and then me end up not liking it. I know this fills a prompt for, I think, like for an author being part of like the LGBT community. If I remember correctly, I think they're non-binary. Yes. Look at that. Look at me. Instagram. Yes, they are non-binary. So like it'll fit for that prompt. So like I'm very excited. The fact that it's like I loved their first, I don't know if I Wish You All the Best was their first book or not, but like I love that one. So I'm hoping that I love this one as well. This book I don't think would fit spooky vibes, but I still want to read it since it's technically Pride Month in June. So what better time? Anyways, I do have one more book that I haven't gotten to in May. I think that was part of like a read along, I think, in May, but it is called Where the Sleeping Girls Lie, and I don't know how to pronounce the author's name, but like this cover is so pretty. I just didn't have time to read it. Like, and it's super short. Well, super short. It's like 400 pages, literally just under 400 pages. So I feel like I really want to read this one too, and I still know nothing about this book. Like, I feel like a lot of the books that I have on my TBR, like I know nothing about, and I'm kind of going in blind. Well, I kind of know that some of them are horror. So, I mean, that's something, right? So, on the cover it says, secret haunts these hallowed halls. So I'm kind of curious of like, what's gonna happen. Like, I've heard nothing but good things about this book too. So I'm hoping that I like it. I mean, this is like the first book that I'm reading by this author. I don't know if it's a debut book. I don't know if this is like a debut book. I don't know. But I will definitely like do some digging. If it is, I'm excited. Like I have heard the hype around this book. I've heard people love it. So I'm kind of nervous. Like, I don't know if like the hype will ruin it for me or not, but I definitely am looking forward to this book. Whether I get to it in June or not, I don't know. This is my stack so far, but that doesn't include The Housemaid or the third one in this stack. And I don't know like how many more books that I will read in June. So, and oh geez. And it also depends if I finish those other 3 books and if I like they get pushed into June or not. This is reasonable, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 book. I feel like it's pushing it for me. Like I mean, Frida McFadden's book read typically, if I can speak English, I feel like Frida McFadden's books like have read fast for me, especially like the endings. And I've loved the like, I want to say I've read like 3 or 4 of them, and I've loved them. I think the lowest rating I gave her was a 3, but I don't remember what book that was. So like it's like I know I'll enjoy like those 3 books that I'm going to read by her this month. And I know I'm going to really enjoy, I want to say I'm going to enjoy the Mystery Guest, but who knows? And a Stephen King book. I'm kind of like a Stephen King junkie. So I have high hopes for these books this month. Those are all the books that like I'm planning on reading this month. Whether I get to them is another story. Let's try that over. I will have all my social medias down below, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye.